today cease operation of your salon and not reopen until after further orders of the government permit you to do so. You owe an apology to the elected officials whom you disrespected. This is the way that citizens in the state should behave. This court will consider the payment of a fine in lieu of the incarceration.
Judge, I would like to say that I have much respect for this court and laws, and that I've never been in this position before, and it's not some place that I want to be. But I have to disagree with you, sir, when you say that I'm selfish, because feeding my kids is not selfish. I have hairstylists that are going hungry because they'd rather feed their kids. So, sir, if you think the law is more important than kids getting fed, then please go ahead with your decision, but I am not going to shut the salon.
It's forget the Alamo and remember the salon a la mode. In Texas, as salon owner Shelley Luther stands up to District Court Judge in Dallas Eric V. Moy. What's going on, guys? Disorderly Product News. That's what happened when the salon owner of a la mode, Shelley Luther, here in the black mask, looking like a member out of Mortal Kombat, decided that she was going to go against the governor's executive order and keep the salon open to feed the kids. Anyways, she went in front of Eric V. Moy, the Honorable Eric V. Moy. As he stated in his ruling, he wanted Miss Luther to show contrition. He wanted her to bend a knee, to apologize. The problem there is Judge Moy underestimated Mrs. Luther's resolve. Not only was she not going to apologize, she's not even going to shut down the salon. We have a facial battle at the OK Corral. It's a game of chicken. They're both going towards the edge. Who's going to pull away first? Well, Judge Moy decided to put Miss Luther in jail. 7-day sentence. You're going to the big house. Unfortunately for Judge Moy, this only galvanized the nation and the governor who put the executive order in place. Then the lieutenant governor who said he'll pay the $7,000 fine and do the 7-day in jail for her. Well, we all know that's political posturing, smoke and mirrors, a little David Copperfield trick. I've never known for somebody to commit a murder and then their best friend to do the time. What the heck is that? What are you talking about, Lieutenant Governor? Somebody check his temperature. Anyways, they were about to strap her into the chair and the phone rang. She got a reprieve at the last minute. Even though she did serve some time in jail, she didn't serve the full 7 days. She went in on Tuesday, May 5th. But did not serve the whole 7 days because the Supreme Court came back and said, let that woman go. And it's a story that's taken over the nation's attention. Let's read an article from the Daily... Let's read an article from the Daily Morning News. Those who know State District Judge Eric Moy say he's a principled judge with a reverence for the law who doesn't shy away from tough cases. He certainly didn't Tuesday when he ordered Dallas salon owner Shelley Luther to jail after she refused to close up shop in violation of the emergency orders enacted in response to the thing. Moy, 65, sparked ire from conservatives in Texas and across the country, but colleagues and friends say he was fair, as they've always known him to be. Wait, his friends have always known him to be fair? Why did you ask his mother his opinion? What kind of his friends? Okay, that seems like it's an unbiased opinion. I've never known the judge to seek the spotlight. But he also leans into doing his job, said State Representative Raphael A., who has known Moy as a colleague and friend for about 20 years. If that is a part of the job, then I think he is happy to defend the rule of law against any criticism. Moy gave her chance to avoid jail time by apologizing and admitting she had acted selfishly, putting her interest ahead of the community's, but she refused, saying she needed to support her family. The judge's ruling came as tensions have flared over the reopening of businesses shuttered to slow the spread of the thing that I cannot say. Moy declined to comment, but in a letter signed by 11 other state district judges, he responded to criticism from Attorney General Ken Paxton, who called Wednesday for Luther's release from jail. For the sake of all of the citizens of Texas, please let the judicial process play out without any further interference, the judges wrote in a letter to Paxton, calling the Attorney General's comments inappropriate. This isn't the first time Moy, who grew up in New York, has handled a high-profile controversial case. The Harvard-educated lawyer was presiding over a contentious lawsuit when Ira Tubolowski, a prominent Dallas lawyer on the case, was slain. Moy briefly received police protection after the 2016 slaying, which is still unsolved. He also presided over a politically charged lawsuit in 2018 when the Dallas County Republican Party wanted to kick more than 100 Democratic candidates off the ballots. His friend, that's last name begins with an A, said that Moy, who he said comes from a working class family, has deep empathy for others, especially the working class. I'm sure he was hoping that the owner would have taken responsibility so that he could have allowed her to avoid jail time and simply pay a fine. But she didn't want to do that. Anichi said of the Luther case, he was trying to apply the law fairly and with grace, and she continued to be defiant. Ron Kirk, the former mayor of Dallas and a friend of Moy's for 35 years, said the judge is as principled and courageous of a lawyer as he's known. What I love about Eric is his unique blend of intellect, compassion, integrity, and humor all rolled up into one, said Kirk, who served as U.S. Trade Representative during the Obama administration. He possesses all of the qualities that you would want in your lawyer, and you would certainly want in a judge, if you were standing before him and seeking justice. Unless you are the salon owner who got a $7,000 fine and 7 days in jail for not apologizing. Obviously, this has turned into a political feud. That's obviously everyone that just commented there is of the left wing. Let's see what the other side has to say, because I'm sure it's completely
demanded
opposite.
that she admit she was being selfish and being offensive and apologize to everybody. He actually said, I want you to apologize for being selfish.
And so this buffoon hack judge, really the most entitled person in Dallas, decides she must be in prison. Let me just ask you a question, since you are an attorney. She violated the law, but my understanding is laws are passed by legislatures.
Spent their life building up a business and being told to shut it down and lose every penny they have, and then if they don't follow every little, fine point of all the rules, they suddenly are subject to arrest. That is wrong. And that's why I issued another executive order today saying that in the state of Texas, no one can be put behind bars because they're not following an executive order.
Thank you guys so much. I'm a little overwhelmed, and I don't want to scare the kids. I'm okay, but I just want to thank all of you who I just barely met, and now you're all my friends. You mean so much to me, and this would have been nothing without you. Thank you so much, and I'll have more to say when I can gather myself, but I'm a little overwhelmed. I just want to say thank you.
So there you go, guys. What do you think? Judge Moy versus salon owner Shelley Luther. Obviously, it's turned into a political battle, which each side has drawn a line in the sand. But let's look past that. I don't like to get involved in that type of stuff. Here on Disorderly Product News, who's right and who's wrong? I think the judge made a mistake by offering an ultimatum, by saying, you need to apologize. I think he thought she was just going to go for that. And when she didn't, he was stuck in a corner. What's he going to do now? He's the judge. He just told her to apologize. She stood up and said, not only am I not apologizing, I'm not closing down. Well, that's why you got to kind of keep in a circle. You can't. More times than not, 99.9% of the time, he would have got away with that. But this was the 1% of the time, 0.1% of the time, that wasn't going to work. He backed himself into a corner. So he made that mistake. I don't think he should have sent her to jail, gave her a $7,000 fine and 7 days in jail. That was harsh. Especially when they're not arresting people that are stealing for anything under $750 in Texas. You're going to put a woman who's cutting hair in jail. He made a mistake. He backed himself into a corner, and she doubled down, and he didn't expect that. So I'm going to have to go with the salon owner on this one. Honestly, I honestly feel like a small business owner. How do you feed? How do you just not work? How does that work? Just bills just automatically evaporate? That's what's happening around this country. Everybody that's considered non-essential is being put through this, and nobody has a right. So people might say Shelley Luther probably had money to hunker down. Well, you don't have a right to pay somebody else's bills, watch their bank account. Maybe she makes money, but she spends a lot of money too. The point is this. Everybody has a right to earn a living. Unless somehow just everything becomes free, I don't know how you decide that this group of people can continue paying their bills and continue living their lifestyle, but this group of people can't. It's a very, very, very arduous time right now in the country, and I have to go with the small business owner. I really do. That's my belief, and I'm sticking to it. Anyways, my name is Disorderly Product News, wishing you and yours a happy and healthy week. Good night.